Never mind, said Pilgrim. For what's important is that you guess correctly. As the Tang monk took a step forward to announce what he guessed was in the chest, the Deer Strength Great Immortal said, "I'll guess first. The chest contains an empire blouse and a cosmic skirt." "No, no," cried the Tang monk. "There's only a torn and worn-out cassock in the chest." "How dare he?" said the king. "This priest thinks that there is no treasure in our kingdom. What's this worn-out cassock that he speaks of? Seize him." The 2 rows of palace guards immediately wanted to raise their hands, and the Tang monk became so terrified that he pressed his palms together and shouted, "Your Majesty, please pardon this humble priest for the moment. Open the chest. If it were indeed a treasure, this humble priest would accept his punishment. But if it were not, wouldn't you have wrongly accused me?" The king had the chest opened, and when the attendant to the throne lifted out the lacquered tray, sitting on it was indeed one torn and worn-out cassock. "Who put this thing here?" cried the king, highly incensed, and from behind the dragon seat the queen of the 3 palaces came forward. "My lord?" she said. "It was I who personally placed the empire blouse and the cosmic skirt inside the chest. How could they change into something like this? Let my royal wife retire," said the king. "For we are well aware of the fact that all the things used in the palace are made of the finest silk and embroidered materials. How could there be such a shabby object?" He then said to his attendants, "Bring us the chest. We ourselves will hide something in it and try again." The king went to his imperial garden in the rear and picked from his orchard a huge peach, about the size of a rice bowl, which he placed in the chest. The chest was brought out and the 2 parties were told to guess once more. "Disciples," said the Tang monk. "He wants us to guess again." "Relax," said Pilgrim. "Let me go and take another look." With a buzz, he flew away and crawled inside the chest as before. Nothing could have been more agreeable to him than what he found, a peach. Changing back into his original form, he sat in the chest and ate the fruit so heartily that every morsel on both sides of the groove was picked clean. Leaving the stone behind, he changed back into the mole cricket and flew back onto the Tang monk's ear, saying, "Master, say that it's a peach's pit." "Disciple," said the elder, "don't make a fool of me. If I weren't so quick with my mouth just now, I would have been seized and punished. This time we must say it's some kind of treasure. How could a peach's pit be a treasure?" "Have no fear," said Pilgrim. "You'll win, and that's all that matters." Tripitaka was just about to speak when the Goat Strength Great Immortal said, "This humble Taoist will guess first. It is a peach." "Not a peach," said Tripitaka, "but a fleshless peach's pit. It's a peach we put in ourselves," bellowed the king. "How could it be a pit? Our 3rd preceptor of state has guessed correctly." "Your Majesty," said Tripitaka, "please open the chest and see for yourself." The attendant before the throne went to open the chest and lifted up the tray. It was in truth a pit, entirely without any peel or flesh. When the king saw this, he became quite frightened and said, "O state preceptors, don't wage any more contests with them. Let them go. The peach was picked by our own hands, and now it turns out to be a pit. Who could have eaten it? The spirits and gods must be giving them secret assistance." When 8 Rules heard the words, he grinned sardonically to Sha Monk, saying, "Little does he realize how many years of peach eating are behind this." Just then, the Tiger Strength Great Immortal walked out from the pavilion of cultural fluorescence after he had been washed and combed. "Your Majesty," he said as he walked up the hall, "this monk knows the magic of object removal. Give me the chest, and I'll destroy his magic. Then we can have another contest with him." "What do you want to do?" asked the king. Tiger Strength said, "His magic can remove only lifeless objects but not a human body. Put this Taoist youth in the chest, and he'll never be able to remove him." The youth indeed was hidden in the chest, which was then brought down again from the hall to be placed before the steps. "You, monk?" said the king. "Guess again what sort of treasure we have inside." Tripitaka said, "Here it comes again. Let me go and have another look," said Pilgrim. With a buzz, he flew off and crawled inside, where he found a Taoist lad. Marvelous great sage! What readiness of mind! Truly, such agility is rare in the world. Such cleverness is uncommon indeed. Shaking his body once, he changed himself into the form of one of those old Taoists, whispering as he entered the chest. "Disciple. Master," said the lad. "How did you come in here?" "With the magic of invisibility," said Pilgrim. The lad said, "Do you have some instructions for me?" "The priest saw you enter the chest," said Pilgrim. "And if he made his guess a Taoist lad, wouldn't we lose to him again? That's why I came here to discuss the matter with you. Let's shave your head, and we'll then make the guess that you are a monk." The Taoist lad said, "Do whatever you want, master, just so that we win. For if we lose to them again, not only our reputation will be ruined, but the court also may no longer revere us." "Exactly," said Pilgrim. "Come over here, my child. When we defeat them, I'll reward you handsomely." He changed his golden hooped rod into a sharp razor, and hugging the lad, he said, "Darling, try to endure the pain for a moment. Don't make any noise. I'll shave your head." In a little while, the lad's hair was completely shorn, rolled into a ball, and stuffed into one of the corners of the chest. He put away the razor, and rubbing the lad's bald head, he said, "My child, your head looks like a monk's all right, but your clothes don't fit. Take them off and let me change them for you." What the Taoist lad had on was a crane's down robe of spring onion white silk, embroidered with the cloud pattern and trimmed with brocade. When he took it off, Pilgrim blew on it his immortal breath, crying, "Change." It changed instantly into a monk shirt of brown color, which Pilgrim helped him put on. He then pulled off 2 pieces of hair, which he changed into a wooden fish and a tap. "Disciple," said Pilgrim as he handed over the fish and the tap to the lad, "you must listen carefully. If you hear someone call for the Taoist youth, don't ever leave this chest. If someone calls monk, then you may push open the chest door, strike up the wooden fish, and walk out chanting a Buddhist sutra. Then it'll be complete success for us." "I only know," said the lad, "how to recite the 3 official scripture, the Northern Dipper scripture, or the woe-dispelling scripture. I don't know how to recite any Buddhist sutra." Pilgrim said, "Can you chant the name of Buddha?" "You mean Amitabha," said the lad. "Who doesn't know that?" "Good enough. Good enough," said Pilgrim. "You may chant the name of Buddha. It'll spare me from having to teach you anything new. Remember what I've told you. I'm leaving." He changed back into a mole cricket and crawled out, after which he flew back to the ear of the Tang monk and said, "Master, just guess it's a monk." Tripitaka said, "This time I know I'll win." "How could you be so sure?" asked Pilgrim, and Tripitaka replied, "The sutras said the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha are the 3 jewels. A monk therefore is a treasure." As they were thus talking among themselves, the tiger strength great immortal said, "Your Majesty, this 3rd time it is a Taoist youth." He made the declaration several times, but nothing happened, nor did anyone make an appearance. Pressing his palms together, Tripitaka said, "It's a monk." With all his might, 8 rules screamed, "It's a monk in the chest." All at once the youth kicked open the chest and walked out, striking the wooden fish and chanting the name of Buddha. So delighted were the 2 rows of civil and military officials that they shouted bravos repeatedly. So astonished were the 3 Taoists that they could not utter a sound. "These priests must have the assistance from spirits and gods," said the king. "How could a Taoist enter the chest and come out a monk? Even if he had an attendant with him, He might have been able to have his head shaved. How could he know how to take up the chanting of Buddha's name? O preceptors, please let them go. Your Majesty, said the tiger strength great immortal. As the proverb says, the warrior has found his peer, the chess player his match. We might as well make use of some martial arts we learned in our youth at Zhongnan Mountain and challenge them to a greater competition. What sort of martial arts did you learn? Asked the king. Tiger Strength replied. We three brothers all have acquired some magic abilities. Cut off our heads, and we can put them back on our necks. Open our chests and gouge out our hearts, and they will grow back again. Inside a cauldron of boiling oil, we can take baths. Highly startled, the king said, These three things are all roads leading to certain death. Only because we have such magic power. Said Tiger Strength. Do we dare make so bold a claim? We won't quit until we have waged this contest with them. The king said in a loud voice. You priests from the land of the east, our preceptor of states, are unwilling to let you go. They wish to wage one more contest with you in head cutting, stomach ripping, and going into a cauldron of boiling oil to take a bath. Pilgrim was still assuming the form of the mole cricket, flying back and forth to make his secret report. When he heard this, he retrieved his hair that had been changed into his substitute, and he himself changed at once back into his true form. Lucky! Lucky! He cried with loud guffaws. Business has come to my door. These three things, said 8 rules, will certainly make you lose your life. How could you say that business has come to your door? You still have no idea of my abilities.